It's Sunday, and we took a little trip to Valley of Fire State Park.
It's Nevada's first state park.
Yep. It's big, but there's a lot to do here. So join us as we check out Valley of Fire State Park. So far, Finn loves it.
Finn's loving it. Anytime we're on a trail, he's all for it, anytime.
So this is a short little hike just behind the visitor center. I guess this area is very popular for weddings. It's really pretty. And there's the visitor center. All right, we have a lot to check out. This is the east entrance of the park. And we are going to go see Elephant Rock. You think, bud? Photo of the trail system. I also found this on their website. Gives all the trails, difficulty, elevation, all that. Already getting beautiful views. Lunchtime, we stopped at Seven Sisters. That is it's 7 unique individual rock formations, so we'll get a little footage of that, but it was time to eat, so we're having grown-up Lunchables and some cuties.
And Finn gets some string cheese.
And Finn's having string cheese, and we have peanut butter and jelly oatmeal bobos too. Lunchtime. So this is Seven Sisters. This is where we stopped and had lunch. Here's 1, 2. This big one here is 3. There's another one behind it. 4, 5, 6. There's another one tucked in front or something. So I'm too close to get all 7. I do want to say that I am getting more comfortable in the desert. I'm not as creeped out walking past bushes and trees and stuff where rattlesnakes can hide. I mean, does anybody really want to get too comfortable? But I'm better. No walking stick to scare them away today. Look at this cute picnic spot right here. Tucked back in there. Another picnic table tucked back here. They all have barbecue grills too. So and this is a parking spot here. You can pull back in here. cool formations there. If we had brought our camp chairs, we could have sat back in here to have our lunch. This is cute and here. Really cool. There's a spot with a picnic table back in here, in between these two, nicely in the shade. And a barbecue grill.
And a balancing rock.
And a balancing rock. Oh, yeah. So most of the parking lots for the various sites here in the park are completely full. Or if there is a spot, we are just way too big for it. So we're pulling over wherever we can to just try to see what we can of this beautiful park. This is really cool. There's people way up there on the top of that. That's not a hike I would be able to make, but definitely probably come during the week. Possibly. We're just trying to get turned around now, because this is a little bit of chaos here. There were so many cool hikes I wanted to take too, but we cannot find a. Oh, that's both a bus spot. I'm just worried that somebody would hit us. There were so many cool hikes, but I don't think we're going to be able to take any because we can't find a place to park. This is insanity. I'm just gonna get a little bit of this because this is insane. Like, there's designated parking spots, but people are parking on the sides, crossing traffic to parallel park on the other side. There is bus and large vehicle parking, but it's either taken or there's people parked where they shouldn't be that are kind of making it, other vehicles wouldn't be able to get through those areas. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I think maybe Valley of Fire State Park should look into timed entries, because that might help this a little bit. This is what Rocky Mountain National Park used to be like. Oh geez, holy cow. Wow. Yeah, that's why we're leaving, because I don't want to be involved in an accident. It's really beautiful in Valley Fire State Park.
It's very beautiful, what we can see.
I would highly recommend coming on a weekday, because this is, like, there are signs posted that no parking on the roadsides. Don't climb on these rocks. People are climbing on the rocks. It's a free-for-all kind of, is what it is. This is Mouse's Tank Trail. All right, it's flat, but it's not easy. It's very soft, thick sand, and then there's a lot of rocks under the sand. Sometimes you can't see them. We have come to our first set of petroglyphs. All right, this rock here has a ton of them. I hope they're coming out on camera. There's a ton up there. So cool. I wish I knew what story it told. Scott and Finn are gonna walk up, check this out. I kind of hurt my hip earlier, so I'm not gonna attempt that. But there's some cool little cave, like holes up in that rock. All right, I made the hike anyway. Finn was not going to move unless I came up or they came down. So I came up. Very cool. Finn made Scott stop. Finn doesn't like to get too far ahead of me. And he stops and waits for me. And then as soon as I catch up, he'll start walking again till they get so far ahead, and he'll look back and he'll think, oh, we're too far ahead of Mom. Gotta stop. All right. Well, I think the one things look like the, what is it, the, not mountain goats, but what were they that we saw? Huh? Bighorn. Yes. That's what some of those look like.
No, that's probably antelope.
Oh, maybe.
Antelope, because bighorn would have really curly hair.
Well, there's one on the bottom right that has curly.
Yeah, you're right.
So interesting. That one on the top left looks like a map or something. Very cool. All right. And I'm happy to say I am not petrified to walk close to these bushes and shrubs that a snake's gonna jump out and bite me. I am thrilled to just be enjoying the hike and not terrified that I'm gonna get bit by a snake.
What was the name of this trail?
Tank's mouse. No, mouse is tank. Mouse is tank.
Trail. Well, this is the end of the trail. It wasn't the one we wanted. Here at the Valley of Fire here in north of Las Vegas. It was a pretty hike. Saw a lot of petroglyphs. Finn was pretty excited by it.
All right, we are on our way out of the park, but we thought we would stop and check out the RV campground. This is Atl Rock, so it's ATL Rock. I don't know how big rig friendly this is. I'm looking to see if I see any that
could be a big
self-pay camp fees. I'll have to look and see if it's big enough for rigs like ours, but it's nice. They're spread apart. You've got rocks behind you, picnic table, grill. Walk-in camping is over there to the right. So there's two campgrounds, but I believe this is the only one that is set up for RVs with hookups. Oh, look at that. We would fit there.
It's a solitude.
So it might just be water and electric, but there is a dump station on site. So, nope, that's sewer. He's hooked up to sewer. Oh, there's one. We would fit there too. I believe, I don't know if you can reserve, but there's definitely a self-pay option. And for like 20, I think it's 30, 35 a night. These are nice sites with full hookups. I'm not sure how many full hookup sites they have, but there's a few down there at the end. Yeah, I think we would fit in here. Another pull-through site there. Restrooms right there. That's a nice pull-through site. Concrete pad. That is site 37. Looks like it's a handicap site, so. There's a nice pull-through site right here on the right. I'm sorry, we're not getting a very good view. My phone died on the hike, so I have to stay plugged in. And that's a pull-through site. All right, so that is Addle Rock Campground. All right, guys, that wraps up this week's video. Our first week back in Vegas. This is the first Sunday in 3 weeks that we haven't moved. And it was wonderful not to have to pack up and move today. So, Valley of Fire State Park. Wow, I wish we had been able to. Here's my recommendation. Take 2 days for this. A weekday is probably your best bet because it is crazy on the weekend. Crazy. Yeah. I will put some of that video in.
Probably early in the week, not later in the week.
If you're able to, the campground is really nice. I would recommend staying at the campground and check this out during the week because there is so much to see. And really, there's not any super difficult hikes.
No,
most of
all.
them are fairly short, fairly easy. I mean, the Mouse's Tank Trail. It was, for me, it was challenging just because it was sand, and I'm slow, and my hip was hurting today, so that made it a little bit challenging for me. But I did it. And it's not a long hike. I think it was 0.7 of a mile.
Yeah, less than a mile.
So, really, there's so much, and the scenery is just gorgeous, and every time you turn a corner, it changes. And I would love to see it at sunset. I would absolutely love to see this place at sunset. So, Finn is done. He actually laid down in the middle of the trail before we got back to the truck. We were almost at the truck. Just laid down and just looked at us like, nope, I'm done. He did make it back to the truck. But there was a couple other places we wanted to stop and see. We're just spent. It's 2:30. It doesn't look, it looks later than that, but.
Probably don't do this in the summertime either.
You can't. The trails are all closed in the summertime. I can understand why. We were hot coming back on that trail, and it was almost completely shaded, and it's maybe 70 today. So yeah, those trails are all shut down from April to September because it's just dangerously hot here then. But I absolutely, if you're in the Vegas area, come see Valley of Fire State Park. So we're gonna end the day and end the week with pizza and ice cream. Probably take Finn back to the rig. He's gonna sleep really well. He's already out. And then we're gonna go get pizza and ice cream because I feel like the traffic coming in. I'm gonna flip this because, hold on guys, you gotta see the line. It is 2:35 on a Sunday afternoon, and this ahead of us is the line to get into the park. There were 2 cars in front of us when we got here this morning. We got here, about 9:45, 10 o'clock?
Yep.
Something like that. This is, look at this is crazy. This is crazy. This is why there was no
Right.
at the trailheads. And people were just stopping their cars and getting out and walking away. Like there was a truck literally in the road, and he just stopped, parked, put it in park, turned it off, got out, and left it there. And so that put the road down to a 1-lane road.